Being content with life will cause you more suffering down the road than not being content with life. And this might sound like a shocker to many people who are on the spiritual path, because most people who are on the spiritual path are trying to seek inner peace, trying to seek that inner fulfillment. And a lot of you are probably in that state of inner fulfillment. Do you have, quote unquote, have had a awakening experience and you see the reality of the world, and now it's like there's this deep sense of inner peace, but for some reason there's this strange dullness that you're feeling, this like slight feeling of nullification, slight feeling of depression, or like as if like nothing matters, but for some reason you feel inner peace, you feel content. And I had that feeling for a very, very long time, right? I felt content with everything. Even if I messed up, I would feel, content with it. Even if I did something right, I won't feel genuinely happy. I just rather feel content, or I would feel at peace. If something goes wrong, I would feel at peace. And that sounds like, at the time, it sounded wonderful. And it truly was wonderful at the time. However, the problem with feeling at content, at peace, is that most of the time, for most people, that feeling of feeling feeling content, tongue twister, but feeling of peace is not genuine peace, right? What that sensation is just the mind's way in nullifying and suppressing all emotions. That's it, right? This, for most people, this is the case. For some rare few people, they might, bypass that, and they would, attain actual genuine peace, right? But for most people, that's not the case. They just reach a state of nullification which they have confused with peace. That's what I experienced. I did not feel peace when I look back on it. At the time, I thought it was peace because I was very content with everything. Everything, no matter what happened, I'd be okay. But that's not peace. True peace is the expression of being okay with your own reactions to, in sense, external stimuli. So you can feel mad, you can cry, you can laugh out loud, you can shout, you can do all of that, but there would still be peace within you, right? That's genuine peace. However, the fake peace is when you feel that inner contentment, but you don't feel anything else. You have nullified everything else. You have nullified every other experience that you possibly could feel. Then at that point, when you have nullified everything else, then you're no longer a human being. You are just a robot, right? Because to be a human being, you must experience all these other emotions. Like in this spiritual path, we have been conditioned to think that finding peace, that's the goal. Finding happiness, that's the goal. And that is the goal. That is the goal for most people. However, there is a condition that's almost put on us that we believe. That is that if we feel anything else, we are going away from happiness. But the thing is, that's not true. True happiness does not have any conditions, it's conditionless. So you can be happy even when you are mad. You can be sad and still be happy. You can shout and still be happy. You can still feel all the spectrum of human emotions, confusion. You might even not know what you are feeling, but you can still feel that inner peace and happiness. That's true happiness. It's conditionless, right? And even when you're not feeling that conditionless happiness, you'll still feel happy, right? That's a, in a sense, a paradox, but that's how it works. That's conditionless happiness. That should be the goal. However, to attain that goal, you must accept every other emotion. You should not nullify your experience. You should not try to believe in this fake contentness that you feel. If you feel depressed, if you feel anxious, if you feel all of these random destructive emotions, or even all of these random positive emotions, I felt both, by the way. If you feel these things, it's fine, right? It's fine. Don't nullify them, don't suppress them. And don't lie to yourself consciously or subconsciously saying that, okay, I feel content inside, so these emotions don't matter. No, those emotions do matter. It's just that you should not disregard them. Right? Everything in the world has its own special place, right? Is special in its own unique way. It's just that they're special very differently. For example, my arm and my leg, they're completely different, right? My arm does not function as my leg, and my leg does not function as my arm. But that's not to say that my arm is not any less special than my leg, right? Like, they have different use cases, but they're both special to me, because without them I cannot function. Same with emotion, same with belief, same with mental schematics, same with whatever label you want to put to them, right? All of them are special, but they're special in a different way. So don't disregard them, right? Accept them and try to understand them. Not even try to understand them, right? And you will succeed in reaching that conditionless happiness. The way you reach that is by allowing yourself to be in a state, or rather, not even a state. It's not a state, by the way. Be without any conditions. Be conditionless. That's what, when people say to be present, what they're basically saying is to remove all conditions, right? To be conditionless. So do that, and you will see wonders, right?